ayes to the right, 321. The noes to the left, 278.
Voting to rule out a no-deal Brexit under any circumstances. But what's it worth? The result's yet another blow for Prime Minister Theresa May. While a message has been sent by Parliament, the motion isn't legislation. So as things stand, the UK still leaves the European Union on the 29th of March.
The legal default in UK and EU law remains that the UK will leave the EU without a deal unless something else is agreed. The onus is now on every one of us in this House to find out what that is.
In the days that follow, Mr. Speaker, myself, the Shadow Brexit Secretary and others will have meetings with members across the House to find a compromise solution that can command support in the House.
The government, in the name of the Prime Minister, and I thank the government...
The Speaker of the Commons announced a new government motion for Thursday, proposing a 3-month extension to the Brexit deadline until the end of June, if Parliament can approve a deal in the next week. Otherwise, the Prime Minister says the UK would need a much longer extension, meaning it would have to take part in May's European elections. Someone backing a swift resolution to the impasse is the EU's most powerful politician.
It's in
everyone's interest that there is an orderly exit, because on the one side it's Britain that is leaving the EU, and on the other hand it's about the unity of the 27.
But the European Parliament's just adopted contingency measures to lessen the damage from a no-deal Brexit, covering areas including transport and foreign students. The Parliament's Brexit coordinator suggested British politicians were unlikely to reach agreement.
For them, Brexit is a bullet in a weapon and not an existential problem of a country and of a whole continent. And that's a shame.
With such chaos in Parliament in recent weeks, the public's none the wiser about how, when or indeed if Brexit will happen. But the rest of Europe's also following events here extremely closely. Well, Parliament has now backed something, but that something is simply an aim. Whether the UK gets more time to come up with a real plan of action could depend as much on the mood in Brussels as on the message from Westminster. Nadim, Al Jazeera, London.